What's up, people? It's your boy Purple Ace coming at you with another DCUO commentary vid. This time, this is actually our Week 5 season matchup with the Replacements 1 group, aka the Wolfpack. And this is actually overtime. If you can tell, you can see I'm not running a belt, no party packs, etc. First match ended up in a tie with the normal rules. Second match for the first actual overtime. Deem had some lag issues about 11 minutes at the 11-minute mark. I don't remember what it was, but we had all got together prior to set up some guidelines. We tried to set up a good match, we thought, and ended up working out. We ended up getting some good matches in. Tell a little about what we were doing going into this match. I know that's probably what, let's actually get into the match. Our perspective, in overtime was to go after Deem. But I guess before that, let me actually go over my loadout. I actually switched. I took out Cryo Field, and I actually put in Amazonian for this one. And I switched out my my back mod, which was Breakout Protection. I switched it out for, my foot mod, I'm sorry. I switched out Deadly Block for Explosive Block. You can see all their group is running the Explosive Block mod, which is why we're flying back and forth. But I might get criticized for running Amazonian, but the theory behind this was, kills were coming at a premium in this game. I figured, and Pantless as a troller handles focus fire extremely well, better than any troller I know. She's an extremely tough kill. So the theory was that if I popped it, and our healers can kite really well, if I would pop Amazonian, they'd be tempted to get off me, and it would open me up, and my damage was going to be a little lower, obviously, not running my mod, my 50% modifier, so I don't have a big modifier in my loadout. This isn't a numbers loadout. This is a survivability mixed with a burst. So after I actually called Sam, for some little pregame advice on what loadout I should run, and after talking, both agreed to go with foam, and I put Amazonian on my board. This gave me something, between that and the block, the explosive block mod gave me some survivability, and plus I still had my full burst, which is what was going to be needed to get a kill, especially when you have a tank like Eminence in your group who hits hard with his dots, a might build, and is really good with his block breakers and pants as well. Kind of opens me up just about being patient. But so I sit on Beastie for a little bit, and I focus on trying to block them, and use Amazonian to negate some of the pressure. And I think Miner sits on Eli for me to try to open me up for blocks, and then eventually I'm in sync with the healers. I'm okay. Can I get back on target, etc. Yeah. So I come back and get on the target with them. Deem. I think they switched to. I think they hard switched Triggs, which, this was the plan, and running Amazonian, we wanted to manipulate them to try to go after one of the other three, whether it be Miner, aka Savage Mind, Triggs, or Pantless. That was the theory here. And from here, it's just all teamwork. The match itself is really good. And I know a lot of people here, a lot of beef between OP and replacements, etc. It's not necessarily that. It's just between other people that actually aren't in the group. This group, personally, I think some of them do have a problem with me, and maybe vice versa. We've had our issues, but as far as respect, this group's been around for a long time, and you won't. I don't disrespect them in arenas. Anyone going up to this match talking to me knows I wasn't taking them lightly. I knew that this is. They did win. They beat when I was in VS. They beat us in the tournament a while back, and so I got a lot of respect for their squad. Nothing but respect for them. We may do our talk trash and the come at me forums or whatever. I got a lot of respect for this group. Been together for a while, so just getting that out of the way. But you can see, we're still on team. They get off me for a little bit, so I start making block breakers in. I hit Photon a little more than normal this match. That being the theory behind that is that I'm hoping, trying to, I guess, try to stay ahead of the curve, ahead of the burst. Trying to anticipate him or Pantless's burst on him or hitting a block breaker, and maybe, right when I hit Photon, maybe he does drop to that 35%. You know what I mean? And that's what it was about here. Our healers do a tremendous job of handling focus fire. Supercharge, we do a great job of managing them the entire match. I thought, we do actually leave the match with a good amount of supers. We handle their pressure well. Minor Triggs. I played with some good healing combos. I've played with the old school combos. I've played with like the Snap and Coke or the Snap and Jarek, or going back to going, seeing Final Chapter. I've played with Stomper and Indo a little bit, not as much as other people, but I've played with a lot of these people. Some of the great healing combos, and Miner and Triggs, that definitely, they have their problems. Trust me, they like to yell at each other. But when you talk about the errors of this game, or how PvP always goes through errors, and you talk about the great combination, because healing is all about how you work with your other healer. Miner and Triggs definitely, they're right up there. Miner and Aether was a really good combo. Or you had OU and Snap back in the day, but hats off to them. Despite however they may not get along sometimes, they tremendous healing combo. And also big shouts out Pantless. Uh, Whoever thinks girls can't play this game, they need to play with Pantless. I think she's the best troller in the game. I think OP is some of the best trollers in the game. Jesters just came back full. It looks like he's going to come back solid now. So now we, our big stable of trollers. We got, Sam, Jester, Pantless, and I guess I can do it if needed. Donut, when he comes back, he's actually pretty good. He hasn't been playing much, but he's a pretty solid troller. But so yeah, we sit on that. We go back to Beastie for a little bit. We try our hand at some hard switches. They're sitting on me. So again, if you can see, you look at my power bar. Anyone that plays with me or plays against me, you know that I'm using my power bar a lot. But you can see this matchup, I'm not necessarily using it, and a lot of that was determined during the match on what I thought letting the healers use the power for the most part, and just kind of buying my time with my burst. Like I said, I'm not running both dots, so that takes away a lot of my numbers and a lot of my, the wear and tear I can apply mixed in with the burst. And here we actually hard switch revamp. I think do a pretty decent burst on them, but don't get a kill. But so again, the theory was just playing. We were trying to play offensive because they are playing a very defensive style, a lot of blocking. Everyone's running explosive block. For those who don't know, it's the white foot mod that will knock people back whenever you catch them with the block. So you can see like right here, Ice Knight was screen blocking with it, and look what it did, knocked me out. So it's I'm not trying to trash talk the method, because it's a survivability tactic, and I understand when you have a DPS that has some pop like Deem, it makes sense to play conservative if that's what your team wants to do. We're mostly playing offensive. I'm trying to play a mix. Just do if they were going to focus farm me. I'm playing a little conservative, mixed in with just the natural burst of gadgets as a class. So I kind of get to cheat with a little bit of flexibility, and the match ends up being good. You'll see when we get closer towards the end, the finale. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. The ending is pretty good, but they improved our record to 5-0. The OP Group 2. Everyone that doesn't know, we are called the Taco Truck. That is our name for, I forgot who gave it to us, but since 4 of us are Mexican and Pantless is the white girl, she gets to kind of be in charge, basically. But it's all, I think what's good for us right now, and if anyone knows this reps groups knows it more than anyone. Chemistry is as important as it comes, and I think this group's chemistry, just because once we knew this was going to be our season group, we started playing together a lot more. Kind of learned each other's strengths, what everybody can do, and hopefully we play with each other a little more too. But without we like to. I mean, One Piece is such a great league. I know that a lot of people don't like it, but there's some good people in there. A lot of people that help you with everything. I like playing with everyone in there. I know. Decap's been around for a while. Dude just helps you. He's willing to do anything. One of the nicest guys out there. Radio, PvE, Monster. Need anything done, he'll get it done. Ellie, some of the people that aren't, those two, a lot of people don't know about them. Queen always helps to get stuff done. Got to give shouts out to them. Because I know, especially for me, with work and just real life, I don't really play as much as I probably would like to. And I go through phases where I might not play for a few days, to be honest. And, so it's nice to have people like that around. And I think, especially, Eminence, for example, I think it was yesterday, he, out of nowhere, he was like, y'all don't have the remix plan? He bought the remix plan for myself and Triggs. That's something, Pantless is one of the nicest people I know out there too. She's always around, and that's what it's about. And I think within us, we kind of, since this is this is just our group for the season, we've kind of developed a good amount of chemistry within us. and it's good. I think it's starting to show, and I think our group. The good thing about our group is I think we're just going to get a lot better. I think this was actually our first probably legit match in the season. We've had like 2 no shows, and I think we played like Cali Boys and someone else that wasn't very good. So this was a huge. This was like a huge. This was our first match, to be honest, and so we had to get used to that first round, the party packs, and we didn't realize how hard it was going to be to get kills with that, and how easy it was going to be to just protect ourselves. And that's what ended up happening that first match. Ended up a 0-0 tie, and so we came in here. The second match, like I said, we set those guidelines out behind. Deem hit some lag issues, and I think, going by possible rules, it might have been like counted as like I don't know if it would have been like the first lag out, but luckily, we got in chat, all 10 of us before, all members of both the groups, and just talked it out, which is good. I wish more groups would do that. I think we established the fact, like if someone got the no damage, etc., just replay it no matter where we're at, or if there's an obvious huge lag spike, for someone for like somewhere mid-match minutes, And I think we made it where it was, if someone was lagging up to 10 minutes in, we would just redo it. And we wanted to get a good match in, and we did. And here we, getting back to a little bit of the action, we go Eli. And you can kind of see how smart we're playing as a team, us mixing, or, I'll do like a tap-tap block or a tap-tap triangle. M always mixing in his block breakers. Pantless the same way. We're looking at who's getting focus fired, etc. And that's what we do here. We just stay with it. And it's frustrating because you got to be patient, especially, when a team's running explosive block like this. It's tough, man. It is a little frustrating. And I think that's the theory behind it. That's what they were wanting to do. And so we just kind of had to adapt. That's what the game's about. I know some people for example, I think DT Fluffy was raging about a match he had against a One Piece group a night or 2 ago about how they were screen blocking. He doesn't want to queue up against us. Well, Ice Knight screen blocks is here, right there, for example. But guess what? I mean, it's part of the game. No disrespect to him. We do it. I mean, I screen block a little bit. It's part of the game. You got to adapt. And again, you can see my power bar, not spamming it, keeping it kind of. I could have used a lot more power, to be honest, looking back at the match. It's actually the first time I've actually watched the film on it. But like I said, I wanted the power to go to the healers, just to keep us alive. And I had a lot of faith that we would be able to pull through at the end. And it got to a point where I kind of knew, based on our supers, that they probably weren't going to get a kill. But I was starting to get worried that I didn't know if we were going to be able to produce that kill. And, I think Pantless made a joke, like, you better hope we do, because they're all going to come out running Amazonian like you did. And good point. It was a very valid argument. But so you can see, without me kind of running my numbers load out, it's hard for me to, put that group pressure on. I mean, I don't have cryo field, which is a good AoE dot, but that's my 50% modifier, and I kind of rely on that. But foam is a hard hitting dot, and then so you can see we start going to Beastie here. Minute in, this is kind of where the action picks up. Pop my FOS trinket. I think they hard switch Triggs. I think Triggs pops a super pretty soon. I think I pop mine right here too. Yeah, there it is. And we stay with Beastie, and I try to start cutting him off a little bit more. And you can see M just, on point with those block breakers, man. I can't stress that enough. Tanks, play smart, please. If you can back off and block break, or controllers, or DPSs in these big time matches, do it. Immunities are king in this game, and you have to win. Yes, you want to do damage, but this is what it's about. It's about, getting the immunities. But anyway, so here we go. We got Beastie down a little bit. You can see they're still on me. M hits him with a huge block breaker. And I just spam Photon from across the map, and he goes down. So it was a big kill right there. And then I immediately call Deem, and we get him trapped in a corner. I hit him with a block, an explosive block, and catch him with Photon pretty much right there. And those end up being the 2 kills for the game. So we were 5-0. Shouts out, it was a great game to replacements. Good run. I'm glad we all came to an agreement on what to do. Hope y'all like the vid. Hope y'all like the commentary. Comment, subscribe. Who knows when the next match will be, but I'll keep y'all updated, and thanks for watching, and y'all take it easy.